Employed by trillionaires with perfect teeth and pores, and people who open doors for the people who open doors. My medical history is a course in SUNY Buffalo, charlatan psychiatry and troubleshooting undertow. I'm nervous in the service still, I'm burger meat and purple pills here. Thank you, but call your name, sure you will. Skipped lunch. I'm shrunk. Back of your manias, you're sitting in a waiting room, you're dreaming of Arcadia, you're feeling like a baby food, the waiting panacea, channeling your inner Beowulf in purgatory just before you pay up to fillet yourself and others. In the name of hell, colon a conveyor belt, in an ego death alone, no telephone from Gabriel. I'm half a human, combing over home and garden stone, gold chains over turtlenecks, cigars over cologne, 1,000 shitty paintings wrap around a wounded animal, womb with the Schubert, he's a future human cannibal, little fuckers fighting, mother hiding in her hulu. I'm climbing up the stucco. Let's get to the seppuku. That pretty penny turned the prickly into Benji. If you save up all your winnings, then you get to count your blessings. I finally crunched the budget up and punched the button. She called my name out and pushed me into an oven. The fuck? I'm shrunk. I'm not your enemy, I said. That sounds like something that my enemy would say. Instead of playing off the chemistry, she said, you're being difficult. I said, I'm being guarded. You're $250,000 dead. I get more guidance from my barber. Look, I'm not good at this. I grew up in a noogie fest. You built your wolf's pie or said goodbye to all your cookie boys. Here's one. Every time my telephone buzzes, I see images of hooded riders setting fire to hundreds. She said, when you start getting all expressive and symbolic, it's impossible to actualize an honest diagnostic. I said, when you start getting all exact and algebraic, I'm reminded it's a racket, not a rehabilitation, okay? Agree to disagree as grown-ups from opposing clans, honoring the push and pull, I should have called the Scholamans, oh well. Preservation is a doozy, will you be needing another appointment? Absolutely, I'm shrunk.
So sad, young nigga, I got old cash spazzing on their ass. I got product on my whole ass. Got my left.
My dad made this remix.
Oh man, what a mess, huh? Fucking hate this town so bad. Been doing a focus with Lakshmi and Saraswati. Like love and business, art and business, that kind of shit, wealth. Because I have a lot of ideas about things. but I don't know the order sometimes that they should be pursued. So I gotta ask for help, you know? And business mentors are okay, but around here there's not many. And I don't know, I really don't trust people online. So that's what I started doing. And when I sit in the quiet, I'm inspired to do things. So let's see if making art is going to be fruitful. There she is, Cosmic Vagene. What do you think? What's it look like on the camera? Sick as fuck is what it looks like. I've been learning over the last few weeks how manipulative I can be, especially with words. Like I'll find words that have meaning to someone, and then I'll build like these little control traps kind of to like suck them in more into my orbit. It's really fucked up. I'm not saying it's cool, but... And I remember doing it when I was 6 with my parents, or at least my dad. So it's a really old habit. I'm not sure where I learned it, or if it's just a natural, sociopathy that I have, but it's there. I think, though, you can use it. I'm learning to use it for a more beneficial experience, I guess. I can use it for romantic text, like erotic, like I'm pretty good at that. But also, if I'm getting mixed signals or unclear messages, like words don't match up with behavior, or feeling, and body language. Because I studied a lot about body language. I'd say that's more accurate to where a person is than what they're saying. So anyway, when those things aren't like lining up in integrity, I'll launch something. Like I'll launch some kind of word or statement or proposal to really like just kind of push and see where that fence is, that boundary or wall, because it's not lining up. I gotta know, right? And if I can't, if all three are misaligned, then I can't just have a conversation about it, because that's just going to be lying and dishonest, so I really just try to push, and I try to find something that's got like emotional attachment to it, like some kind of topic in them that has an emotional attachment. So I did that, definitely got some clarity, and I think that's one of my needs is clarity. I've been listening to, Unviolent Communication? Something like that. It's pretty good. I debate some of it in my head. I don't know how accurate it is, but when I have an emotion that's not labeled as a need, I've been taking my time to come back into it and really label it. Like I have a need for clarity in situations, So, that was kind of like the gift I gave myself today was, I tested that scenario and, got answers that I needed to get clarity, and I think that's, in a way, it's like a way of protecting my heart. I think that's where it came from when I was a kid too. It was like, hey, I gotta figure out how to stop the pain, so I'll just, I'll outthink these motherfuckers. That's probably what it was. So, I feel good about it though, pretty groovy. But I got some old hate coming up from the cosmic Vagenes of my life. Old baggage I don't think I've ever really processed, because for the first few girls I dated and slept with, I was still kind of raw in my heart, But over time, your heart goes numb and you don't feel anything for people. It's just, you're dead. And doing so really prevents you from being able to enter those areas of your heart and expose some of the selfishness or old grief from childhood or delusions of separation, which is really big in Hinduism, because they're all calloused up, right? You pushed them in a little vault. And I think today I'm willing to really push through that. I've pushed through a lot, it's really hard for me to go to 12-step meetings, for example, because I've just, in a way, I detoxed from most of what the 12-step communities say to do, which is go to meetings, talk to your sponsor. I think the step work is good, that's really good. But all this reliance on other people, I don't think that's healthy at all. I think it's codependent as fuck, And so when I go to meetings, I don't have that perspective anymore. And, people don't like it when I say things, let's put it that way. So, that being said, though, I have been, coming back to what I was saying. I've been letting some people connect with my heart, but it's very subtle, and I'm very controlled about it. if there's a connection that happens that I don't like I'll push it off. I know how to detach it. But by doing all of this, you know, those connections, they're starting to trigger some of the stuff I put in the vault. Because that's just the nature of connection. Like, it triggers your shadow, right? Like, romantic connection, that infatuation, that first initial draw, people think it's love. And maybe it is, and it is to a certain degree, but not love that way people think about. Like, it's the shadow of each partner. That's what's attracted to each other. And then the love part, that's all fun and yay kind of stuff, that just keeps you in it long enough, hopefully. And this is where I'm getting opinionated, super opinionated, but it just keeps you in it long enough, hopefully, to like kind of get you stuck in it so you can face your shadow, right? And so, to me, when I feel any kind of connection with someone, like, I automatically assume there's some type of like shadow, subconscious thing that I haven't looked at in myself. If there's a connection, and then also, like, you know, pain or some kind of discomfort, I don't blame the connection. I blame me not looking in my vault. And I think the vault is like kind of endless. Like, I don't think it stops. Maybe it does. I don't know. But right now, I don't think it does. I think it lasts forever. So that's where Ryan is today. Fuck off.
Shit I been through probably offend you. This is Parlor's oldest son. I know murder, conviction, burners, boosters, burglars, ballers, dead, redemption, scholars, fathers, dead for kids, and I wish I was fed. Forgiveness, yeah. Soldier's DNA, born inside the beast. My expertise checked out in second grade. When I was 9, on sale hotel, we didn't have nowhere to stay. At 29, I've been so well, he cartwheel in my estate. And I'm gon' shine like I'm supposed to. Antisocial extrovert, and excellent meaning extra work. And absentness, what the fuck you were?
I think the other thing I forget is I started having like severe spiritual experiences. I could have also been hallucinating, but nonetheless, they changed the direction of my life, and that started happening big time when I was like 20, 21. And then 23, like, I had some serious big ones that ultimately ended in me not using drugs or chemicals anymore. And then my life just kept, like, there was no turning that off, right? Like, something opened in me, and there's nothing, turn it off. It's kind of like MDMA. Is that what Rogan does? I don't know. But it was a similar type of trip. Like I was on MDMA and then also shrooms, and it just turned something on that I can't turn off anymore. And I guess as a result of that, I've always been a little offbeat when it comes to church, even Buddhism. Buddhism's better, but definitely Christianity and 12 steps. Like I feel like I've always come from a different place. And I've had old sponsors tell me that, like, you've always been a little different, right? Thanks, you know? So I think with this little rant, I was going to, I forget, I'm not in the same place as other people. Like, I think, I'm very assumptive. Like, I think because I see things that tend to be more freeing for me and most people that I've met that go through it, other people can't even see it, you know? And like they're still living on this foundation of like, emotional toxicity isn't, I don't like the way that sounds, but it kind of is. You know, like it's emotional undercurrent that we haven't tapped into yet. And it's got to get cleaned out. So by doing that, I make mistakes communicating with people too. So my super intelligent sociopathy really isn't that great, and it's not sociopathy, it's normal. I'm just a salesman. It's really not that great, right? Because I also say a lot of fucked up things. Like I'll push too hard. I do that with my landlord all the time. I'm really trying to find like her button. It's fun. She's a redhead. She gets like really upset. So like I like doing it.
Just don't get one of them motherfuckers with the zippers on the side. I don't even know whose idea it was to put the zipper on the side. Like what you gonna? I don't know what the fuck to say.
You lick her diamond and kiss her pearl, but you can't get the Belfast out of the girl. This is how you throw empty as wire. You think you know violent as fire. Make up your mind, she makes up her face, she'll never really know her place. You lay on her frame and give her your name, bless her with all you can spare. Empty as wire, empty as wire, violent as fire. Empty as wire, violent as fire. You'll carve her out of thin air. She's crashed home and cruised your world, but you can't get the Belfast out of the girl. This is how you throw her wide eyes are small. You think you know her. Black sea. She hasn't left you yet, but she will by airplane ticket and kill me pills. Sewn into a dress she can't refuse. Careful what you love, what you abuse. She knows violence, she knows blues. Her hands for cup empty as wire. She says nothing. Violent as fire. And hooks her hands. Empty as wire. Behind her knees. Violent as fire. You fuck her flag and feel it unfurl, but you can't get the Belfast out of the girl. Empty as wire. This is how you throw her. Violent as fire. This is how you throw her. Empty as wire. This is how you throw her. Violent as fire. You think you know her. White eyes are smoking. Black sea.
I'm not sure what to do with this thing.
White eyes are smoking. Black sea is broken.
We need some drywall mud.
Until she flies uncle crawling through your bedroom dream. Turn off the light, time to succeed. She's china glass, there to bleed. Her lovely throat, her lovely cough. White eyes are smoking as wine. Black sea is broken. White eyes are smoke empty as wire. Black sea is broken. Violent as fire. White eyes are smoke empty as wire. Black sea is broken. Violent as fire. She's already destroyed. Just to finish her off. This is how you throw her. This is how you throw her. You think you know her. White eyes are smoking. Black sea is broken. This is how you throw her. White eyes are smoking. Black sea is broken. Hold down her hand and see it curl, but you can't get the Belfast out of the girl. This is how you throw her. You think you know her. This is how you throw 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 her. White eyes are smoking. Black sea is broken. White eyes are smoking. Black sea is broken. You lick her diamond and kiss her pearl, but you can't get the Belfast out of the girl. In 4 minutes you'll be gone, and I must tell you why. When a star crashes, the angels are electrified, and your life changes in ways you can't imagine. When your dreams are perfect, they run like machines and leave you dizzy. When you first discover your dying, everything seems to be so fine. When your dreams are perfect, they run like machines. You must change your life. You are never ready. You must change your life. You are never ready. There are people you have to leave behind. It's just dirty remember. They revalue your treasure. When you fall down, when you kiss up, you must love them. It's not enough. You're not that special. And you are such a gift. If you hadn't imagined you'd be just like everybody else. And that's the tragedy. You must change your life. You are never ready. You must change your life. You are never ready. Love is like crying, like writing, like dying. You got to do it alone. I know it's tragic to be tender. I know it's dangerous to be kind. I know it's vicious to care. Listen to me. I know it's gonna happen to you. You don't need a window, you need a fire escape. You need a skylight to get you where you're going. I can't tell you where. And you dream that you're hollow. And you dream that you are whole. And reconstruct what you remember. And it comes out in pieces. You must change. Learn to swim alone. Learn to fly. You must change your life. You are never ready. You must change your life. You are never ready. Cast them off like no home. Learn to swim the dark water alone. Look up to the stars, and know that this is your sky now. Lift your arms and go. Step forward immediately. Blink fast and whir over streets. Hover over trees, speeding past taxis. Don't even bother to wave at the children who watch you awestruck. Brushing past skyscrapers and looking up. Slip off the long skirt that slows you down. And don't look back to watch you billow to earth. Tell the cool jets and Superman that you're passing them. Feel your hair stream back, wind blinding you, forcing her dry mount clothing. No one can touch you now. Get out of this fucking world as fast as you can.
Oh, I know why I was saying all that. My mom, for lack of a better term, I told her about this girl I was talking to and things that were happening in it, to a degree. And even though she has like 12 years in program or whatever, you know, my mom was kind of like, dude, you're like kind of 13th stepping, you know? And I didn't want to hear that, but I think there's accuracy to it. That's one thing I've always prided myself not to do, is take advantage of people that are new in any kind of recovery place. I've been taken advantage of. I didn't mind it. I mean, who doesn't like getting laid all the time? But you know, it's just not something I've been into. So I'm a little disappointed in myself about that. Quite a bit, I think. I mean, on one hand, I kept distance for sure. I wanted to see what was going on, but there were undertones to it, the conversations that were, you know, non-plutonic. But I did convince myself that, you know, things were appropriate to talk about that weren't in that situation, even though I knew where she was. So that's a big bummer.
I'm on murder block, from the sun up to the sun out. Dirty on my clock, if you run up, you get gunned out. Serving out my shop, better hurry before I run out. Heard you with the ops, get you with them, you get gunned down. Like what's cracking, bitch? Call me Maxi Tick, Nick Van Axel Clip, dropping shit, sliding with the stick, like it's hockey, bitch. Microwave, overrated, vodka, popcorn, popping shit. Jigga dang, drop a Rockefeller, Houston Rocket, bitch. I'm on murder block, with the farm park gorillas. We got your homie shot, and you still ain't trying to kill us. Overheard the ops, say they green click killer. What they talking about? They ain't kill no crinkly nigga. Towing in the clips, get your monkey slipping, then we kill on. We lurking on his block, while he lurking on my Twitter. Draco baby chopper, pull up to his concert, we can't find him. Tryna hide no problem, we gon' pop his mama in his papa. Shoot medulla oblongata, hit your noodle, spill your pasta. They don't really want no problems, ask them how we did they pot. Go dig your homeboy up, I up to the sun out. 30 on my clock. If you run up, you get gunned out. Serving out my shop. Better hurry before I run out. Heard you with the house. Bitch, you with them, you get gunned down. Hey, what's cracking, bitch? Call me Maxi Tick. Big man, that's so good. Dropping shit. Sliding with the stick. Like it's hockey, bitch. Microwave overrated. Vodka, popcorn, popping shit. Jigga dang. Drop a rocker.
7 a.m. I wake up to the green. They cut my forehead, max so clean. Filling grips, pack the heat. Sipping up promethazine. Hey, leave me alone, bust up. Don't get me fucked up. Better leave me alone, brother, before I get you touched up. We gon' hit your auntie, uncle, and your cousin, mother. It's the jungle, keep them killers with us like no other. What's in the backpack, Max? Sit in that shit. Couple bottles with that lack, make them back flip. Leave them hanging off a roof with a bad grip. All my niggas is a truth, got a bad click. Came from the hungry ham, fuck them pigs, got a jam. Under the mat, then leave them ghosts like the clan. After the ratchets, clear this shit like Pakistan. Kids out for the cheesecake, like making a bang.
I'm on murder block, from the sun up to the sun out. 30 on my clock, if you run up, you get gunned out. Serving out my shop, better hurry before I run out. Heard you with the ops, hit you with them, you get gunned down. Hey, what's cracking, bitch? Call me Maxi Tick. Big man, that's so good. Dropping shit, sliding with the stick, like it's hockey, bitch. Microwave overrated, vodka, popcorn, popping shit. Jigga dang, drop a rocker, fella, Houston rocket, bitch. Shit.